you're probably in a pretty good trade for like your trade can never be automated.
Well, they're trying real hard to regulate us.
In what way?
Like the insurance stuff. It's crazy. I don't know how much you know about that. Like
Insurance.
So because tattoo studios are classed as high risk because of the
health hazards and
because of the fire bombings and stuff like that.
Okay.
So there's only one insurer there's one underwriter called Lloyd's of London that will cover tattoo studios in, I think it's just every state's different, but I think it's Australia wide. And because we're classed as high risk, no one else wants to touch tattoo studios. So our premiums are overinflated. So we usually it's the building insurance. So when you rent a building and the landlord usually covers the building insurance because it's their building. But if we come in and it inflates it by 20 grand a year, we're liable to pay the building insurance.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and you have brokers that can kind of get a little bit lower. But yeah, at the end of the day, like it's like you pay or you don't have a studio. So that's what shuts a lot of studios down is the insurance.
No way.
Yeah, so we have to pay our insurance on top of that. So we have to pay malpractice and contents insurance and all that stuff. So yeah, you just have no choice. It's crazy. Sometimes it's like the building insurance premium as much as the rent for the year.
Tattooing is just it's so much more legitimate than it used to be. It doesn't need to be like that. Like I remember back in the day, tattoo parlors only took cash. Now
we still do. Only take cash.
Only?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking like that.
Yeah,
That's
it should
good.
be. You got to circulate it still.
No,
keep
do you
it in
know?
circulation.
So our business used to be fish and chip shops are actually still pretty good for cash. The southern suburb people still use a fair bit of fucking cash.
Yeah, of course.
There's a lot of people that use cash down in the south, and
It's good.
our business used to be 70% cash, maybe 30 FPOS. But now with Uber, things like this,
Do you do Uber for yours?
you have to.
Do you think
We earn way too much money on Uber to get rid of
do
it.
they double dip with like fees and stuff?
We get a different percentage to other businesses because we're so busy on it. But,
okay. So as busy you are, the better
it's
fee you
still
get.
very high.
Yeah.
It's 26% every order.
We don't use it, but like the last time I did use it,
It's fucking handy. It's so handy.
It is well down south. It's not that handy, but
It's not. It's. Do you know when it's handy? It's handy if you're hammered at home, or if you can't drive and you do want that. Fuck it. You just if you have
a burger or something.
If you have the money for it, it is very. We're way more expensive on Uber because they take 26%.
Yeah, so you got to up your prices to cover it.
We'll get people fucking getting a can of Pepsi Max, and they'll be paying $15 once they get the delivery to the house.
Why would they buy just a Pepsi?
It's probably they hungover.
Just walk down the shop. Eh?
Just hungover.
Oh wow.
But Uber, I think now would probably be 80% FPOS, 80% online kind of money where like everyone can see it. But it's there's kids, there's 15, 16, 17-year-olds that come in that wouldn't even know what a fucking $50 note looks like.
Well, you go because I pay cash everywhere as well. You go some places and they're like, you give them a 50 and they're like, oh, I haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah.
Like cash.
I went to a sandwich place in Glenelg the other day and I only had cash on me. And I gave him a $100 note and he said, we don't take cash. I said, well, you got to cancel my order then.
Yeah.
I can't pay you. I don't have my card.
That's the thing.
I
is
don't
like,
take my card with me everywhere.
It's so weird how people don't
Nando's?
take it. Yeah, I stopped using Nando's because of that. Yeah.
No fucking cash. Do you hate making money?
Obviously.
It's just so odd to me.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. But like, they just want to push the cash out because you can't track it.